evening. Hamjambo, my baby Namabwana. How are you doing tonight? This 19th day of July 2025. My name is Betty Kyallo. Here is, of course, our top stories that we're going to be looking at tonight. And of course, we have had our reporters, our brilliant reporters all around the country, just to make sure that you are well updated on these top stories. Let's take a look at the highlights. Newly appointed IEBC chairperson Erastus Ethekon has called on political leaders to stop preemptively claiming electoral fraud ahead of the 2027 general election.
And we're urging all of us to desist from making any statements that are inflammatory.
While speaking for the first time since his swearing in last week, Ethekon acknowledged the rise in political temperatures across the country. Corruption within Kenya's county governments runs deep and unchecked, creating significant obstacles to efficient resource distribution and quality public service delivery. We highlight a report by a whistleblower organization that lays bare how public funds are mismanaged or siphoned off, while county systems struggle to circulate money where it's most needed. As Kenya pursues its bold vision of attracting 5 million tourists, the Magical Kenya campaign is bringing to light some of the country's most breathtaking but lesser-known destinations. Our reporter Gilbert Shrono journeys through these captivating landscapes, uncovering the magic that truly defines Kenya's soul. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight on, of course, this edition of TV47's Weekend Edition. Our sign language interpreter is Rhoda Nyamai. Let's begin with the top stories tonight. And the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has assured the country that the 22 pending by-elections will be held in the shortest time possible. Now, IEBC chairperson Erastus Ethekon, who spoke during the first media engagement by the commissioners, said the by-elections are a matter of utmost priority, assuring Kenyans of a credible and transparent election.
Yes. In their first engagement with the media, IEBC commissioners, led by the commission chairperson Erastus Ethekon, empathized with voters in the vacant 22 electoral units, assuring the country of credible and transparent by-elections in the shortest time possible once speakers of the two houses of parliament issue wreaths after the previous ones expired.
We would like to assure those citizens and the country at large that now that IEBC is fully constituted and is operational, we shall move with speed to redress that issue. And therefore, in the coming days, we will be approaching the National Assembly and Senate and to work with the respective speakers of both houses.
The by-elections, the Baringo senatorial seat, 6 National Assembly seats, and 15 seats for the members of the county assemblies have caused jitters ahead of the 2027 polls, with Kenya Kwanza politicians seemingly suggesting they will rig not just the by-elections, but the 2027 poll, when President William Ruto will be seeking a second term in office.
We have the IEBC, who used to summon us every day to their boardroom when Chebukati was chair. For even a minor infraction, I would find myself there answering questions every day. We want the IEBC to summon these people who are threatening to interfere with elections, not just condemn in a letter. We want them to be summoned there. And the NCIC, because we all know what happened in 2007. The precursor of the violence was the interference of the elections of 2007. So anybody who's talking about interference with the election is actually a threat to this country, and they must be dealt with.
We are urging our politicians, and we are urging citizens, and we are urging all of us to desist from making any statements that are inflammatory, that are likely to impute improper motive to this commission. We have started our work and we took oath of office and we pledged ourselves to uphold the independence of the IEBC, the integrity and credibility of our elections, and we will stick to that oath.
Also emerging in the Commission's roadmap was a revelation that some constituents want 4 members of Parliament whom the Commission did not name recalled.
For recall, it will depend on whether those petitions are also successful, and how many are they, and whether there's whatever steps that we are required to undertake. Then we will look from within and see if there's a budget. If not, then we can engage with the Parliament.
IEBC has singled out 5 key priority areas in the Commission's work plan towards the 2027 polls, apart from the by-elections, voter registration, and the update of the voters' register are high on the agenda, as are voter education, boundary delimitation, which is constitutionally late, and election reforms for the various election laws. Apol Kamau, TV47.
Well, thanks, Apollo, for that. Now listen up. When Caroline Wakanyi Hurunji walked into the cardiology unit at Aga Khan University Hospital in October 2023, she wasn't just seeking a second opinion. She was actually racing against time. Now doctors had told her she only had 15 days to live. Now what followed was nothing short of extraordinary. A calm and assuring surgeon, a welfare team that stepped in when all hope was lost, and an open heart surgery that brought her back from the brink of death. After months of pain, Caroline finally found healing and a second chance at life. Take a look at this.
At just 27 years old, Caroline had already stared death in the face. Diagnosed with rheumatic heart disease, a preventable condition that started as an untreated throat infection during her childhood, Caroline's heart had slowly deteriorated, 2 valves damaged beyond repair.
My journey began at 2021. That's when I began feeling weak, feeling chest pains. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat anything, and vomiting.
Caroline's heart was under constant surveillance. Tests confirmed what she feared. Her heart was failing and she needed urgent surgery. Despite doctors asking for 1.6 million shillings to replace her damaged valves, her family was only able to raise what would keep her going for follow-up clinics, but not for surgery.
Because of the chest pains, they decided I should have an X-ray test. The doctor noticed something unusual by then. She noticed that my heart appeared large, bigger than usual.
Then came the moment that nearly crushed her spirit.
I went, did the echo ECG, and it was confirmed that I'm rheumatic. I met the doctor who was to operate on me. He said he had no idea of my story. He's not even familiar with that case. The same week, we met the doctor again. He said, now we have to operate on you because you have only 15 days to live.
It was here at the Aga Khan Hospital where she met Dr. Andrew Duncan, a consultant cardiothoracic surgeon whose calm demeanor stood in stark contrast to the panic she'd grown used to from other doctors. After reviewing her case, he told her something she hadn't heard in a long time: she could be rescued.
The session we are getting in is not what I saw. It was narrated now because everything changed.
On October 23, 2023, Caroline's long-awaited surgery took place. It was successful, but the next morning, things took a terrifying turn. Her heart stopped twice.
But now, instead of me waking up, I got something called cardiac arrest.
Dr. Peter Ogutu, a cardiac surgeon at AKU, remembers that morning vividly. Caroline had had an arrhythmia, an irregular heartbeat that caused her heart to stop pumping entirely, prompting an urgent referral to reopen her chest right in the ICU.
The same way we would do cardiac massage by pressing on the chest. In instances like this one, we had to open the chest and actually massage the heart manually. We realized that the heart was not recovering, was not taking over its function.
As Caroline's heart failed to restart, the team made a critical decision to connect her to a machine that temporarily takes over the function of the heart and lungs, a last resort used only in the most severe cases of heart failure.
This particular patient was then connected to the ECMO and stayed on it for just about 72 hours. And in between now, we could see that the heart started recovering slowly. We could see that there was a bit of action and function of the heart.
But even after Caroline wasn't out of danger, she remained unconscious for 40 days, lost her memory, and developed a wound infection, with her weight also dropping drastically.
I remember all the body parts have failed. So now we are dealing with a fragile heart, and we have dialysis to conduct because my kidneys had failed, my liver had failed by then. I had lost my memory. I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't talk. I couldn't walk.
Today, her heart is on a steady path to recovery. Her heart beats strong and her breathing is clear. For Caroline, Aga Khan University Hospital wasn't just a place of treatment, it was where she was given a second chance at life.
I'm better now. At least now I can walk, I can do chores. I'm almost going back to my day-to-day activities. Aga Khan came in when I desperately needed help. And I would say Aga Khan saved my life, and God intervened in my situation.
Rheumatic heart disease is a preventable illness, according to Dr. Peter Ogutu of the Aga Khan Hospital. It starts as a simple sore throat caused by a bacterial infection.
The bacteria cause sore throats, and these are then recurrent. And normally when the patient is maybe in their primary school years, then the bacteria get onto the heart valves, and then they start destroying the heart valve very slowly and gradually.
Dr. Ogutu notes that early treatment of sore throats with simple penicillin injections can prevent RHD entirely, and once someone is diagnosed, they must get monthly injections to slow the disease down, along with medications to control heart rate, prevent strokes, and manage symptoms. Anne Odida, TV47.
Fantastic story there, and congratulations to Caroline. Wishing you all the best. Now moving on, as Kenya chases its ambitious target of 5 million tourists under the magical Kenya banner, expeditions across the country are showcasing untold gems, from hidden waterfalls to sacred caves of history. Well, our reporter Gilbert Rono joined one such expedition to the Abada, a land where mist, memory and magic collide. Take a look.
It all began in Nairobi, a symbolic flag of setting the pace for an unforgettable journey into the wild highlands of Kenya, Nyandarua. The road led us to Nyandarua Arboretum, where nature meets purpose in a tree planting ceremony. A green tribute to conservation. I even planted a tree myself, leaving a living legacy. Our next stop, Lake Olbolosat, the only natural lake in central Kenya. We dipped into its calm waters for a short but scenic boat ride, whispering stories of the lake's fading glory and its urgent need for restoration. We delved deeper at the heart of the Abada ranges,
Yeah, the purpose of us launching the Magical Kenya Trail series is to diversify our tourism offering. As you know, Kenya is already very well known for safari product and beach. But Kenya is so much more. Kenya has a lot to offer, and more than just safari and beach. And adventure is one of those areas that Kenya can excel in. Already we are known for adventure, but we feel as a Kenya Tourism Board that there is space to increase visitation into Kenya by promoting the various adventure products that we have, specifically, trekking, hiking, mountain climbing, and promote these to international audiences, so that it can go a long way in helping us achieve our very ambitious tourism arrival targets, both for international visitors and also increasing our domestic, tourism.
Spirits high. Boots laced, and the chill already creeping in. This is where the grind begins, but everyone was armed with a bottle of water, with water points at almost every location. Into the famed Abada forest, where altitude meets attitude. With every step uphill, the air got colder, the mist thicker, and the climb steeper. But the reward, pure, untouched wilderness, and the thrill of standing on the shoulders of Kenya's highlands. It's a biting cold up here, but that hasn't stopped the passion. Every step is a victory, and behind the mist, a story worth every breath. Just before heading down, a breather at Twins Rock offered a view so serene, even the mist paused for a moment, a perfect spot for reflection. Behind me is a historical Twins Rock. This particular place used to be the hideout for the Mau Mau freedom fighters during Kenya's struggle for independence. They are the silent guardians of the Abadas, a perfect reminder that nature doesn't shout, it whispers. After the hiking exercise, the hikers also had a share of the experience.
Kwa kweli ni mara yangu ya kwanza kukwea mlima wa Abada. Na changamoto ambazo mimi nimepitia huku, naweza sema kumekuwa na kijibaridi. Haswa tulipofika pale kwenye summit, nilihisi baridi, ile ilikuwa na freezing point. Nikikompea na zile milima zingine ambazo nimejaribu kukwea, sijapata kuhisi baridi kama siku ya leo hivi. Anaweza sema Kenya ina mambo mengi ambayo yamejificha. Manake siku yangu ya kwanza nimejifunza mambo mengi. Nikisema mambo mengi, yani nimeona mazingira ambayo sijaiona, na niko na hakika Wakenya wengine hawajapata kuona mazingira matamu. Sasa ningewahisi kama wanaweza kuja ili wapate kujionea.
Ni mara ya kwanza kuhike, na experience by the way ilikuwa poa kabisa. Nimeenjoy, nimemeet new friends. Nimehave fun. Changamoto ni maybe mawe, tumirima, like unafeel ni kama utagive up, but unasema acha tu nifike kwa summit, juu ndo ilikuwa the agenda.
But then, this particular haven has more to offer.
Now the beauty about Abada is that of the big five, we have the four. You're only missing the lion, and the lion was translocated way back, but it was initially in this park. We also have endemic species like Cisticola. Abada, it is a bird. It is an endemic bird that is found here. We have rare species like the African golden cat. We have critically endangered species like the black rhino. On top of that, we have quite a number of plant species and other organisms. Here in Abada National Park, you get to enjoy the majestic peaks, fantastic waterfalls, and the moorland. In addition to that, we offer camping, we offer a picnic, we offer game drive, we offer hikes, and many more. In Abada, you can touch the sky. That is one of the most fascinating things about Abada National Park. In addition to that, it is still virgin. There's a lot to explore. You have caves, like I told you have waterfalls, and it is scenic, like I've never experienced in any other park in the Republic.
However, every paradise has its own challenges.
One of the challenges we're experiencing here is loss of habitat for the wildlife, because you find that from time to time, people would like to get into the park, cut trees. People would like to get into the park and do other illegal activities.
The following day led us to unexpected treasures, a fish hatchery, nurturing the future of freshwater life. And a nameless waterfall that called for a name.
This particular cave is right at the heart of the Abada's forest. Being as the very person who has actually discovered it, we're now naming it as Rono's Cave.
There was no name for this little marvel, but I did name it Kuru Falls, a piece of paradise now stamped with memory. From there, we walked through the lush woods and stopped at a cliff-top elephant viewpoint, though the gentle giants remained elusive that day. And tucked inside the dense forest, we found a cave believed to be a Mau Mau hideout. But the guide warned us against entering, and since the birds live inside and fears of disease still linger in the shadows of history. This may look like an ordinary cave, but history breathes through these stones. It is said Mau Mau fighters once took refuge here, a silent monument to Kenya's struggle. As we beat the mist and braved the chill, our final reward came in form of thunder, the thunder of Kuru waterfall. Towering at 273 meters, it is Kenya's tallest cascading wonder, crashing through silence and stone. You don't just visit Kuru, you feel it in the spray, the sound, the soul of the Abadayas pouring down in defiance of gravity. From tree planting to waterfall chasing, the Abada expedition wasn't just a trek, it was a tribute to Kenya's rich landscape, untold stories, and untamed beauty.
Kuru waterfalls deep in the Abadayas in Nyeri County. One particular thing that most people may not know about this particular place is that it has 3 steps, all standing at 427 feet. Gilbert Tono, TV47, Abadayas, Nyeri County.
Man, Gilbert, I'm so jealous. Honestly, I've always wanted to go to the Abadayas, man. I'm so jealous. Fantastic reporting there, Gilbert. Thank you so much for sharing that with us here, of course, on the show. So, okay, let me tell you something. I'm so sorry. Today's show, it has to be a little bit shorter because we want to turn our focus to Cape Town, of course, South Africa. The Professional Fighters League, an American mixed martial arts league, is actually happening, and we have to show it, man. It's a big deal, and so tonight we will not have Say What with Pastor Sue and Ofreneke, Mokidu and everything, but so we'll have the tournament, which is going to be happening in a few moments, and also bado tukuna aire vibes with my girl, with my girl, big things are going. We still have that, of course, with Macy, like fantastic girl. But I'm really sorry that the show tonight has been interrupted. But this tournament is actually going to be very interesting. I'll be watching it on my way home. But stick with us right here on TV47. It was a pleasure being your host tonight and yesterday with Jimmy Gathu. I'll see you again, God willing, this coming Friday. Till then, Keep it here. Keep it locked. TV47. I revives. Inna the I revives. Inna the. I don't know. My Rhoda is really struggling. Rhoda, the sign language interpreter, is really struggling to say, okay, inna the coming. What do you say that, Rhoda? Inna the. You don't know. All right. Inna the place, man. Yeah. Po. Rhoda, how do you say that as a sign language? There's no way to say that. All right. So let's take a look at what is happening in Cape Town. But of course, our revive is coming up. I'll miss you. All right, let's take a short commercial break and then watch out maneno itambai. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, cowboys and cowgirls, how are you?
Rwanda, are you ready?